Part 2. My teacher, who was notorious about not liking people interrupting her lectures, continued to lecture for about 5 to 10 minutes, pretending she didn't see my hand before finally pointing at me and saying that she would answer my question after she had finished her lecture. Now I am an especially petty person and I am pretty used to bleeding. Therefore I decide, okay, I'll just sit here and bleed all over my desk while I wait for her to finish her lecture. At one point, even though I had applied pressure and had angled my head as far backwards as I could to try and lessen the blood flow to my nose, blood had covered my hand and was dripping down my elbow to such an extent that I decided to swap hands so that way at the very least I'd be bleeding on myself rather than all over the floor. Eventually my teacher finished her lecture and called on me by name and asked whether my question had already been answered by her lecture. At this point both of my hands and forearms are literally covered in blood, both dried and still wet, and blood is all over my notes and on my desk. So I stand up and say, "Can I be excused to go to the nurse's office?" She turned as white as a sheet and screamed, "Why on earth have you waited this long? Go to the nurse's office." After that she sent one of my friends to make sure that I didn't collapse in the hallways due to blood loss. Although to be honest I was more concerned about bleeding all over the floor where other people were going to have to walk. Shortly thereafter the school instituted a policy that students did not have to ask for permission to go to the nurse's office if they were bleeding. Follow for more stories like this.